What? What's up, everybody? Team Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I'm continuing my coverage of my boys of gold, Nashville SC. Yes, I know. Hold on. Let me pump those brakes for just one moment, because I know it's been a while since you all have seen a reaction from me about my boys in gold. Where have I been? Allow me to tell you. If you've seen my videos as of late, I said that it was around, I believe, it was like a few weeks ago, or maybe it was actually a little bit like before that. I don't know, but like probably like a while ago, I said that I was visiting my girlfriend and her family, and also at that time, like I wasn't feeling as good, like physically, like my throat was kind of hurting, so it was kind of tough for me to talk. So I had all that going on. Plus, like I was gonna be away from like my studio. So I thought, let me just take a little bit of a break. Just get my bearings straight. Let me just get healthy again. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been. That's why you all haven't seen reactions from me regarding Nashville SC. But don't worry, I still have been watching, and I love seeing us beat Messi and Miami. I love seeing that! Oh, that was fantastic to watch. But I suppose, you know what? I guess this is what I get for perhaps slacking a little bit. I get this game to talk about being my first one back. Nashville SC lose! Did I say that right? Lose? Feels like it's been a while since I've said that. We lose to the Chicago Fire. We lose 1-0. So, let's talk about this. Sadly that I have to, but that comes with the job. Coming into this match for Nashville, I mean, what's there really to work on? What's there really to change? We were the top team in the East, one of the best teams in the league. I think we were tied with points with LAFC for the most in the league. We were winning all these matches. We were doing great. We were advancing in the CONCACAF. I mean, like, what's there to change for Nashville SC? Our attackers have been playing great. We've been scoring. Sam Surridge has been playing phenomenal. He was the league leader, and I believe he still is, with goals I believe he had 7. Everyone was playing great, and then guys on the back line, they were playing great as well. Everything was going good. So what happened? What the heck happened in this match? And of course it was against the Fire, the Chicago Fire. Yes, even though while they got a nice win over over Philadelphia, for Chicago they had Cyprus was out for them in this match. If I said that name wrong, I'm sorry, but it's whatever. So Cyprus was out. There we go. That might be a little better. He was out for this match, so the Fire's attack, on paper, it seemed like they were going to be lagging a little bit. So honestly, for me, I thought this was going to be a case where, you know what? This was our match to lose. We won the last 4 matchups against the Fire. Last 4 times. 2 of them were in their so-called soccer stadium. It was like Soldier Field. That were, we own them. But what happened here? We didn't even have to wait long. 16 seconds in, Taxath with a bad giveaway, which I believe put Woletzi in a bad spot. And then Bamba with a cross into the box to Zenkernagel. And just like that, he scores. And the Fire have stunned us, going up 1-0, less than 20 seconds into the match. What was this? What was that? Guys, what was that? That's not the Nashville SC that I know, that we know. Did Gary Smith somehow, sneak his way into our back line? I don't know, but that sucked to watch. Because I'm just stunned. I was stunned, and I could not believe what I saw. So my thoughts were, okay, so, all right, fine, like, we're down, so now we gotta try to spend the rest of this game trying to catch up. For the first half, I thought we did do a nice job with, you know what? I think we had good intentions, we had good thoughts, we were doing a lot of good things, but just, like, our passing into the box, I thought it could have been, like, a little bit more crisp, and our back line, I feel like we were playing them a little too forward, which that in turn for the Fire, whenever they got possession going their way, like their attackers would just like run free. And so it would just take us a lot of effort just to get back. So those were just a few things that we could have done better in. I really wish that we could have done those things, and maybe we could have leveled this match going into the second half. But again, for Nashville SC, this is a case where this is not us. Like, this is so uncharacteristic of us to do any of this stuff. It's uncharacteristic of us to allow a goal in the first 20 seconds. It's uncharacteristic of us to have our passing into the box not be as accurate as it can be. And our back line, our guys, they've been so solid all year long. So I fully expected them to be not as forward. So unfortunately, we had a lot to clean up going into this second half. But you know what? For Nashville, I knew that we refused to give up in this match. And in the second half, we did have some good chances. Oh, yes, we did. We had a lot of good chances right here. But I'll give credit where it is due to Chris Brady. The goaltender for the Fire, he played very well. Give him credit. He made some impressive saves. Most notably that one he had in the 73rd minute when Nashville had a free kick, and Chris, he just got his glove way up there to deny that goal, deny that shot. So that obviously really bummed me out. Really, everything in this game, bummed me out. It's been a while since I've talked about a loss, and I do not miss it at all. This sucked. But you know what? Maybe this is how other teams feel, when they play us and have to face Schwacke in nets. With that being said, it sucks! It blows! I'm going to try to stay calm here. I don't know if I failed at that, but what I will say is that, you know what? This match right here, this is every betting man's dream. This is, you know what this is? I know that March Madness is coming to an end, but this is when you have that friend who's not really like a sports fan, and he's looking at Nashville and he's looking at the Fire, and he's just making a pick off the top of his head and be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Fire because that sounds like a TV show, which it is. And this feels scripted. This feels This is wrong. This is wrong. Why have all teams said it had to be the Fire? That's what I'm saying. If it was LAFC or some other team toward the top of any kind of conference, either the East or the West, I would have been content with it. I would have been like, okay, you know what? That's a good team over there. Very good. What the crap is this? The Fire is serious? I hate that team. As far as stats go for Nashville, again, I think we had a lot of good intentions. I think we did a lot of good stuff, but we just could not execute right here. I mean, the possession, we were strong in that area. We had 10 shots, 4 were on target. So this is not a case where it's this is the downfall of Nashville. This is the start of it. No. This is what we call a fluke. It's a fluke. The Fire, they got lucky with that goal. And then for the rest of the way, Chris Brady, he just, he saved that team. He saved them a lot of times in this match. So, obviously, it stinks to lose. I know that this is a tough league to fire. I believe this was their second straight win. I know it's tough to lose. It stinks that it happened like this. But Nashville SC fans, we all know it. We're not going to get dismayed by this. No siree. BJ Callahan, he is going to get those boys fired up and ready for Club America. I believe that's how it's pronounced. So we're going to get ready for that on Tuesday, and we're not going to be fazed by this. No, because again, this is a fluke. If this was if the stats were like the Fire, they owned the possession and they took all these shots and they scored all these goals, that would be one thing. This is a case where we just allowed an early goal and Chris Brady played his heart out. That's pretty much what it is. So I'm not going to be fazed by this. No, we're going to take this loss and we're going to throw it away. And I missed. But I know that my boys of gold, we are not going to miss. We are going to play well. We are going to come back stronger and beat Club America or Club America, whatever that y'all want to call it. But fans, that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And a honey salutes to all of you as always, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. Go, boys, and go!